because I don't think, look at how Parliament has been captured. Likely Senate has also been captured, but I think Senate, there's a better chance of at least better deliberation and a just hearing. I think just the final voting is the one
because
that
you have your lawyer there, you can do your defense and all of that, but and it's supposed to be listened to and weighed.
At the end of the day, it's a vote, and it's a political vote.
You already have 2 letters.
No, but what I'm saying here, what Ali is saying about the gazettement, right?
Like
if it is not gazetted, then that means that it is
gazetted,
not.
No, it has to be gazetted.
So he can't come out and wave a white flag and say,
no.
I'm on X.
No.
And I've X'd myself out.
Kuna rumor alipigiwa simu on Monday akaambiwa resign akakata. Because we need an electoral body.
Unfortunately,
so that we can have elections.
People are set up. We need IBC.
We need IBC.
No matter
what. You
what.
can't play a game without a ref.
No, you can't.
Even if you don't like the refs.
Even if
there has to be a ref.
We don't like.
You cannot recall
Michael
Oliver. You cannot do anything.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we are.
Yeah, but now, like just taking a slightly different tangent, because these are very weighty issues that even we, like with all the research we've done, we cannot adjudicate. We have to wait and see what's going to happen next week. Okay.
But over here, Gerald is asking a very I don't know. How Kenyans keep bringing up IBC defeats me. Here's the thing.
Because we need an electoral body.
Unfortunately,
so that we can have elections.
People are set up. We need IBC.
We need IBC.
No matter
what.
You
can't play a game without a ref.
No, you can't.
Even if you don't like the refs.
Even if
there has to be a ref.
We don't like.
You cannot recall
Michael Oliver.
You cannot do anything.
Yeah.
Yes, that's where we are.
Yeah, but now, like just taking a slightly different tangent, because these are very weighty issues that even we, like with all the research we've done, we cannot adjudicate. We have to wait and see what's going to happen next week.
I have one more, but
we're teaching on a constitutional crisis. We'll read it later.
Yes.
Now, Omosh.
Yeah.
Now, do you think with what's happening, with the playbook that the Supreme Court is going to give next week, of this is how an impeachment is supposed to happen, do you think maybe secretly people are going to, they're secretly writing a playbook of what people who've been shouting Ruto must go will try to use in future? Because now we'll have a playbook that this is how it's supposed to be done. Because we've never impeached a president before, but a deputy president is what comes closest to a president. What do you think?
Well, I guess you can say that it's been written, because then now we have precedent, right?
Yes.
So, and normally you go with what has happened before.
Yeah.
And then, of course, out of that, there is lessons learned and what can actually work and what is constitutionally sound, or should I say backed by law, right? And once all of those things are put together, then now you know exactly what it is that you would need to do. If it's you have to do 1 + 1, 1 + 2 + 4 + 8 + 9 to get this person out, then you know that that's exactly what you need to do. You may rearrange how you get to that 48 number, hypothetically, but it doesn't mean that you have to do the 1 + whatever. You could start with 9.
But Omosh, is this playbook of yours a playbook for everybody, or is it a playbook that everybody? Because what I'm thinking, how I'm understanding at least, how if I was a politician,
correct,
right now, if I was a politician right now, and I have ambitions for office, for going for higher office, the past 2 regimes have taught me how to survive and how to attack, and how you need to attack. And I'm seeing these set presidents, not in a good way. Yes, we know now that you can impeach leaders. It's easy to impeach leaders, right? But guess what? Also, ambitious people who are on the other side have known that it's going to lead to a very corrupt and cutthroat political scene in the country, whereby people will be buying people now. Everybody will be looking for numbers. Deals will be cutting deals. So unless the level of politicians that are sitting in office are cleaned up, I think this is a very, very bad can of worms that has been up.
I think, Mika, you're right. However, this is one of those things that I would say, for all intents and purposes, we have been overtaken by events because the precedent of impeachment started with
governors.
With the governors. And it's just been working its way. So eventually, we were going to get here.
But even that has been hard because how many governors, how many MPs have we had that have been impeached or they've been recalled, but they're still in office? Even Sifuna on the show, he admitted that.
Yes, we actually have 2 governors who've been impeached and they're out of office.
Correct.
Yeah,
so that's a very high number. That's out of 47 governors.
Said how many MCAs and MPs are in office with court cases because of court cases. They finish their terms with court cases.
So MCAs and MPs, that's different because they're not impeached. They are recalled. They're recalled. And actually the MCAs, there's never been a recall process for any MCA or member of parliament.
No.
That's a process that has not been tested, which I think also needs to be tested.
It's coming.
What has been tested is impeachment. So Wambora survived. We have the Kericho governor. I'm forgetting his name.
Kivuna survived.
Kivuda survived. I don't know that Kivuda's got to the Senate, but Kivuda survived.
I think he survived locally.
He survived locally.
But Wambora survived.
Wambora survived the Senate.
Yes.
Mwangaza was actually convicted by the Senate, but he's in office courtesy of a court order.
Yes.
The Kericho governor, I'm forgetting his name. The Kericho governor, it's not made it to the Senate.
It's on Monday.
It's coming.
It's the one just before.
Senate is gonna be busy.
Yeah, it's Monday, Tuesday,
and then
Wednesday. They Gachagua.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So the Senate will be quite exact. And I think another thing that also with all this civic education that's coming out is the function of the Senate, because for a very long time, and justifiably so, people are always asking, why do we have senators? But now you see processes like this. Processes like this.
Oversighting the...
Yeah. And I think that's why it's important to educate yourself before you go into blanket statements, because I don't think... Look at how Parliament has been captured. Likely Senate has also been captured, but I think Senate, there's a better chance of at least better deliberation and a just hearing. I think just the final voting is the one
because you have your lawyer there, you can do your defense and all of that, but and it's supposed to be listened to and weighed.
At the end of the day, it's a vote, and it's a political vote.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
At the end of the day, it's a vote. It's a political vote.
But I think also, that it is a political vote, but also procedure. And I guess going back to what Ali was saying, at some point, there has to be a semblance of structure and process to make sure that if it's the modality and the formalities of you're trying to impeach this guy, so you've got articles of impeachment, whatever it is being said, however it's being said, if it can be argued, if you can defend yourself or whatever, you have to make sure that this process in itself, the first time they have to get it right.
Yes.
And I think that is why Mugambi, big up to, because that's the same guy who High Court judge.
Oh yes, they had pulled his nini.
He had
that's
pulled
the same guy.
You know
they
why?
Pulled his security
because
of the ruling. Yes.
Because of he had career, this interim IG.
The IG.
Masengeli,
whatever his name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had been ordered.
Yeah.
And then he had been ordered to serve term. So this guy is like, you know what? I'm not going.
So he punted.
But guess what? He's like, you know what? Because remember,
but he punted with a message.
Let someone else's security get
but let him punt. Yeah. No. It's a punt in that, because you think about it, because he could have just said let me punt, so that not be that
I'm the one who stopped the process.
I do not want to be the one who tainted the process. Let this one come from the
highest above. Yes.
The highest.
And I send it to anyone else, so they go through what I went through.
So what I straight.
Direct injection.
Yeah.
Direct injection.
Direct.
Alipiga ondole kutoka number 5.
In Omoshe's words, he injected. to the top.
Now, Kenyan Jew is saying, does impeachment and removal from office bar you from running for other government
Yes.
offices? Very good question. It bans you for life.
It's a wrap.
You can't run for senator, you can't run
he
for
should
governor.
ask
Any
Sonko
political
and
office.
Waititu.
It's a wrap for
yeah,
you.
it's a wrap.
Like Toroitich.
Yeah, it's done. It's a
a
done
wrap.
deal. But DP has a chance of saving himself from that fate by resigning right before the trial
rule it.
Yes.
at the Senate.
Because if he
Let's
resigns-
also not rule that out.
No, let's not.
Let's not rule that out.
So are you saying that tuseme hii process yake si ni
Another
Wednesday,
resign on a Monday.
ni Wednesday na Thursday,
Yeah.
Yes.
He can resign on Tuesday.
sindio? So can he
Tuesday,
resign
4:52
on Wednesday
PM.
in the morning
Yes.
I think as long as you resign before
before they deliberate,
and
or should
no
I say before they
maneuvers.
vote?
I think before your time, there are a lot of time that you're supposed to appear.
So now I think this might also come in if he chooses to resign.
Think about that.
Yeah, this must also be made clear that you have to resign by this time for you, because it's also
but
it's
there's
also not clear, because if you've
It's not clear, so you don't know.
if you're no longer VP
Uh-huh.
and now
They-
you see
yeah, how do
they-
you rule on
Excuse me.
on
excuse
a
me,
position that's not there?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's DP.
yes, if you're no longer DP,
Thank you.
point
Thank you
taken.
kindly, brother.
Yeah, if you're no longer DP, then the process is not there. But now let's also remember the people who are responsible for gazetting the resignation of a deputy president are under the president's control. So your resignation, because you have to have legally resigned.
So are you saying that hapa kwa government press printings sijui nini
They're on
nothing
standby.
Yeah, they're on standby.
nothing will happen?
They're on standby to
Yani
do
ile
nothing.
announcement ile waga natokaga na kale kanini coat of
does-
arms.
So does
Yeah.
the DP usually have
Wololo ya ye.
a resignation letter already set?
I think
Already-
you know, it's
already-
interesting that you say that, because we've had scenarios where it's like, okay, as part of you coming in for the job, you already have a resignation letter sitting
Signed,
at my
yeah.
desk.
And
Signed.
I had that from Morara, and yeah,
Yes.
you have a resignation letter signed. So and this is according to Morara.
So I
it's
can,
not me. He
I can
said
pull it out at any
the-
point and wave it
the
in the
former
air.
the former IG Japheth Koome,
Had two.
yeah,
When he was hired,
like he didn't even know that he had resigned. He just heard that he had resigned, and the documents were already gazetted. So that's interesting. I want
again,
to
sorry.
But are you saying that if it's not gazetted, then it is not?
no, it
No,
is
no,
not.
no, 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 no. You already have two letters.
No, but what I'm saying here, what Ali is saying about the gazettement, right?
Yeah, the
if it is
gazettement,
not
yeah,
gazetted, then that means
it
that
has
it
to be
is not.
gazetted. Yeah,
No, it has to be gazetted.
So
has
he
to be
can't
gazetted, yeah.
come out and wave a white flag
No.
and say,
no.
I'm on X,
No,
and
no.
I've X'd myself out.
Kuna rumor alipigiwa simu on Monday akaambiwa resign akakataa.
okay. Sawa.
As Vika said, rumor.
Yeah, and then hapa
Hiyo ni rumor, mimi ni kama tu ile simu wanasemanga Morara alipigiwa ama kupigiwa, pia bado ni rumor. Unajua kuna vitu zingine huwezi argue.
But
Yeah.
we've had that. We've had
yeah,
that.
sasa
urban legend
hapa
before.
hapa Wanjeri is saying it's cowardly to resign. And Gerald Oliech says, I feel he didn't take the resigning option because he has a few cards up his sleeve.